it's wrong. It's ecological destruction, and there are other ways to have that water flow south.
An algae crisis threatening our treasure coast.
A cycle of despair and disgust amidst promises made and broken.
Billions of gallons of water are rushing from Lake Okeechobee to our coastline.
How much pollution is too much? How much danger is too much? How much before this will stop?
We've been flying over the water since 2013, our first last summer, and most recently just days after discharges began. And you can definitely see the difference in the water.
Any year where we don't have to deal with billions of gallons of toxic discharges is going to help improve the water quality. 2022 was better than years like 2018.
Last August, I documented seagrass in the sailfish flats that you wouldn't believe. I mean, it was back.
I think what's at stake this spring for the estuaries is the fact that they're making these discharges from the lake through the rest of the, maybe 12 to 14 weeks, which takes us into the spring.
South Florida Water Management District Chairman Chauncey Goss says that water quality in our area improved in 2022. Why has that taken place? It took place because we don't have disgusting, toxic, unneeded fresh water coming into our saltwater estuary.
It's been a whole year without any discharges, of course, and without any releases from the lake. So the estuary was in a real good balance. But then, here we got these discharges again. And of course, it started to really decimate the system.
If we're not moving forward, we're going to slide backwards. Until we have zero discharges, this fight isn't over. 2022 was better, but it's not the best. It's not what it could be.
We've got a lot of momentum. We've got a lot of improvements underway.
We're fighting to get the infrastructure and the management practices into place so that we don't have to deal with another rainy season that destroys our community.
Often that water is loaded with fertilizer runoff from farms and ranches, and that supercharges algae blooms.
The district and the Army Corps have to work to send more water south when possible.
So there are a lot of projects that make a difference for helping water quality, infrastructure projects. The C44 reservoir storm treatment area, it's finally up, it's finally running 14 years after the beginning of construction. Now this project is crucial in keeping toxic water out of the St. Lucie River.
Now water from the C44 canal will be pumped north into the reservoir as needed.
It's great to see all that. We have to keep that going.
Now the Herbert Hoover Dike is finished after over 2 decades of repairs. In addition to preventing flooding for local areas, it allows Lake Okeechobee to hold more water safely, and therefore we can avoid discharges longer into the wet season instead of sending that water out to the east and west coast of Florida.
So that's what we want, is clear water so the light can get to the seagrasses.
When you can see the bottom and it's Bahama blue, that's the way the estuary should be. And imagine that if the seagrass were there, then the light would be right on the seagrass, it would be growing and flourishing under the right salinity conditions. And so that's where we want it. So when I ever see it like this, I tell people that's the way it should be all the time.